So, God, now I'm doing it. I can't talk. I'm making this because I haven't seen anything out there like this, and I know what I'm gonna talk about is gonna be like a lot, and I know, like, I haven't seen anything, because I've been looking for sort of what I'm gonna make today, and I'm already gonna start crying. Um, so basically, I'm looking like, I guess I should start like, I'm Allie, um, and God, I feel so like weird saying it out loud because I've never, quite honestly, a lot of this stuff I haven't said out loud ever. Okay, so I just turned 15 like 6 days ago, and it wasn't like it. I I don't know. It was more like I didn't want it to be my birthday. Like, I didn't want attention on me. If you know me in real life, you know I'm very like. Sometimes I very much love the spotlight, and I'm like, look at me, look at how cute I am. And then other times I'm very rude to myself, which is most of the time I'm really rude to myself. But my birthday was just one of those days where I was just like, I don't want anyone to look at me. I was feeling really bad about myself, and I'll go more in depth on another video because I want to be able to be there to help people, because I know what I'm going through being a freshman in high school and turning 15 and going through all these big life changes. Also, just like what I'll get into in a second, what I'm going through, and I haven't seen anyone do this from the start. Like, I've always seen the end result videos, and the way they talk, they make it sound like it's easy, and it's not. Like, it's basically, I have been struggling with my weight a lot lately, and my image, like the way I look at and view myself, and the way I just feel about myself. I always feel tired. I always feel kind of like, I always just am putting myself down, and it's not like okay. But understand what I've gone through and why it's so hard for me to do this. You have to start from the beginning. And it starts from before I was born. My mom got pregnant when she was 17 with my older brother. And actually, that's just my friend texting me because she noticed that I hadn't been really active on my social media lately because I haven't just, been wanting to do anything. And she texts me and she's like, just making sure you're okay, I haven't seen you in a while. And I was like, yeah, just going through stuff. Like, I don't have many people who will just text me like that. And I haven't even known her that long. But she texted me and she's like, are you okay? Just making sure. And I was like, yeah, just, off week. And she's like, okay, well, I'm here for you and stuff. And I was like, I don't have, anyways, so my mom got pregnant with my brother, and my father is not a good person, but she stayed with him because he stayed with her. And eventually they had my sister 2 years later and had me 2 years later. But that entire time, it was not a good situation. My father was horrible to my mother, abusive, and all this other stuff. He was constantly cheating on her and stuff, and I won't go into it because that's not my story to tell. But they eventually got divorced, and we lived in Vegas at the time. And we eventually moved to Arizona with my stepdad, and I was not even 3 when my father left. I didn't see anything that happened between my mother and my father, and my siblings did. My older brother, his name is Eric, and my older sister is Ely, and they saw stuff that I never would have seen or understood. And eventually we moved here when I was 5 years old, because my mom had got married to my stepdad, and I resented them so much. My father kept telling me how my mother left and how she was the person who did everything wrong. And I believed him. I mean, I was little, I didn't know what else to think. So when we would go to visit my dad on like breaks from school, we'd usually go to him for like a week or two, and then my siblings always were like, I was treated like this little princess. Like, I got everything I asked for. It wasn't a lot that I asked for because he didn't have a ton of money, but I got what I asked for, and my siblings would get upset because they wouldn't get anything, or he would treat them differently. And I never understood it, and they would get upset with me because I always was like taking his side, because I always had such an attitude with my mom. Like, I was such a horrible kid. Like, I always was lying and not doing what she asked me to. Like, it was horrible. And that's really where I started, like, gaining a ton of weight and stuff when I was little. And it's always been, ever since I was a baby, I was on the heavier side. You know, at my dad's, we would eat literally Jack in the Box, McDonald's every night. You know, every day. Like, that was our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I would come here and I'd feel so deprived of, like, of course I was a little kid, I wanted McDonald's and crap. So when we'd come here, we'd get it maybe like once every 2 weeks or something like that. It wasn't very often. And I got so upset, and I was just lashing out, and it wasn't obviously just the food. Like, I was just a horrible little child. And my father continued instilling this, I'm this amazing person, you have to believe me. And I did. I stuck with him for so long. Of course, I didn't know what had happened. And throughout those years, even from a little young age, I remember being in like the 3rd grade. My best friend in 3rd grade literally goes, "Why are you so fat?" Remember, I didn't tell anyone that. I didn't go crying home to my mom. I kept it inside. I thought, I didn't think I was. And then after she said it, I was like, she's right. Like, I am, and it's my fault. And I can't tell anyone this ever. And ever since I was, kindergarten I didn't care, first I didn't, second I didn't, then third grade, and I just, since I was in third grade, I've been doubting myself and hating myself. And as I got older, I kept gaining weight and I kept getting bigger, and I'd go to the doctors, and mine and my older sister's birthdays are really close. I think we're like 2 months apart, almost to the day, 2 months in between our actual birthdays. And I remember going to like the doctor, and they would, how they take your weight and they have your chart and they can see how you've grown throughout the years. She showed my sister's chart to all of us, and then she would only show my chart to my mom and me because she thought I'd be like embarrassed. And that just kind of hurt me more, because even this doctor was like, yeah, you probably like don't want your sister seeing this. And it's my sister is so she's amazing. Like, I love my sister so much. And we were never really that close because Dad pushed her away when we were little kids. Like, she was always on my mom's side and I was always on my dad, and I hated her for it. And I just like, we would get into such big fights. We wouldn't talk for days on end. And she's super like, she eats whatever she wants, and she like gains like no weight. And I always was so jealous of her because she didn't gain weight. She was super athletic. Everybody always liked her. She was smart. And that's one thing I always had. I've always been like really good in school. I was always in the honors classes. I got tested to go into CATS like so many times throughout my elementary school years, and I hated it because I always fell short of it, and I always felt like I would get mad at myself for it because I couldn't, like, I was getting tested for it but I couldn't get in, so I obviously wasn't smart enough. So I thought I was so stupid. So I was like, I'm stupid, I'm big, I can't do anything, I'm ugly. Like, that was always my mindset. And I was upset because she didn't have that mindset, and my brother was always so distant from me because I pushed him the way I'm like, to this day, I think I barely talk to my brother to this day, and it sucks because we have gotten better, we have talked more, but it's still like not what I want. And we just never, we're in such different places as kids. I mean, we're only 4 years apart, but I was in 4th grade and he was in 8th. Like, that's such a big difference when you're kids. And so he was heavier, but not as heavy as I always was. Like, I was always, when he was at my age, he was thicker than I was. And I was always kind of upset by it. Like, I was always the biggest one in the family. And my dad is heavier set, and I always was so upset with him. That was the one thing when I was little I remember being upset with him by. Because he didn't take care of himself. I'm suffering. That was my mindset. It's his fault. It's his fault that I'm constantly sneaking food in the middle of the night. It's his fault I'm never full. And even now, he's out of my life. I don't talk to him. And that's an entirely different story that I will someday hopefully go more in depth on. But some part of me is still like, it's his fault. I mean, it's easier to blame someone else than yourself. And that's what I've done for so long, was blame all my problems on him. You know, I'm so messed up because of him. And you can't, or I can't tell what happened to me without telling parts of him in my life. So he stayed in Vegas, and we would go and visit him. Often, like, the way our school was set up, we'd had 2 weeks of break, and then we'd have a shorter summer. So every other break we would go with him. It was kind of set up. It was a really weird, like, custody arrangement between them, my mom and my dad. But we would go and see him, and I remember, like, he lived in Vegas, like, almost, like, right on the strip. Like, you could walk to one of the casinos. And I remember when I was really young, I was introduced to, like, all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, people drinking and smoking and all this kind of stuff. We would literally wait till like, I blocked out so much of my actual childhood. Like, I don't remember, like, a lot of the visits we had with him, but there was this one that I remember of. We slept all day. We went out at 12 o'clock at night. Keep in mind, I'm, like, at the oldest, like, in fourth grade. We walked across to this casino, and we were going midnight bowling. It was me, him, and I think my brother was still going at the time, with us, because eventually he stopped going with us. But we went midnight bowling, and we came back, and we were asleep till 3 p.m. And I remember, even when I was little, I was like, this is weird. Like, this is, like, I've had friends who, have divorced parents, and this is wasn't what their dads were doing, but, you know, I just thought, hey, my dad's fun. Like, I get to go bowling at 12 a.m. and, like, do whatever I want. And it was such a bad situation. Like, he didn't even have beds for us. Like, I slept in the bed with him and my brother and sister. Like, my brother was so sweet that he gave my sister the couch. Like, they didn't fight over it. He was just like, Ely, get the couch. Like, sleep on the couch so at least you have somewhere, like, nicer than the floor. And I never understood why they were so upset. I mean, how could I? I was little. But moving on. Every year I'd go to the doctor, or even when I got sick, I hated the scale. From when I was little, like, I'm talking like 4th grade to now, I hated the scale. I could not, like, doctors, anything. I would literally, like, not look at my mom because I was so embarrassed for her to see the number on the scale. And that was just, I hated everybody around me who was seeing it. But I'd still continue these ways. Like, I'd still eat whatever. You know, I'll lose it later. You know, I'll take care of myself later on. And then I got into 8th grade. So last year really messed. Like, I started being horrible to myself. Like, even more. You ask any of my friends from 8th grade year, they will tell you how rude I was to myself. Even 7th grade year. It will tell you how mean I was to myself. I'm always saying, like, oh, I'm the ugly friend, you know, everybody else is gonna get a boyfriend before me, I'm never gonna have one, I'm gonna die alone and single, and I'm gonna have 40 cats. And it really just messed, because I'd go home and I'd think, do I mean those things? Like, I think I'm joking around, but I also can't tell. Like, I can't tell if I'm joking anymore. And that really was getting to me. And then last year, I just, like, I lost it. I was constantly telling myself, okay, we're gonna go on this diet. We're gonna, like, do this. And I never, like, followed through. And I tell my friends, I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. Like, I'm so ugly. Why are you guys so much prettier than me? And my best friend in the entire world has gotten to the point where if I even say that stuff, she slaps me because she's like, no, you're not, and you need to stop that. And she's the only person that I've talked to about like every little thing that has gone wrong that I've broke down over. She's the only person I've told. Like, she knows everything. And I remember this one time we were at the mall, and it was an outdoor mall, so there's lots of people just like walking around, and it was kind of hard to like kind of hide yourself. So we were going into the store, and when I get like, I hate shopping. I hate it because I hate my feet hurt. I hate being out there for so long. Like, it's just not something I enjoy. I hate trying on clothes because I actually have like panic attacks. Like, I can't do it. I hate people buying me clothes too, like for my birthdays and stuff. I hate when people buy me clothes because then I'm like, okay, I have to try them on now. And it's okay if I'm trying them, because if I don't, like, if I'm trying them on, nobody's around me, and then I can be, but if like somebody gives them to me, I have a problem of saying like thanks but no thanks. Like, I can't, if somebody gives me something like clothes or something for my birthday, I keep it. Like, I have such a problem getting rid of that kind of stuff, even though it won't fit, and it's just like giving me more reminders of like what, like, if clothes don't fit me, I will keep them for so long, because I'm like, you need this reminder, like, this is who you are. You're the big friend, you're that big sister, like, that's who you are, and that's not gonna change. And especially with this birthday coming up, I think, because we're having a party for me and my two younger sisters, because I'm turning 15, she's turning 10, and then another one is turning 5. And I was like, my 15th birthday came like the actual day. So my birthday is October 3rd, and the party is the 12th. And I broke down. I was like, I'm gonna look fat in my dress, because I have a dress that we're wearing because we're gonna take pictures and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna look fat in my dress. People are gonna think I'm ugly. Like, they're gonna like my little two sisters more. And I was like, I have to stop, because I hate the way I feel about myself. I hate feeling this hate towards myself. So the whole point of why I like started this video and why I'm making this video, because I've been thinking about it for like a week now. I'm making this video. I started looking at ways to like get fit and like start, but there was nothing out there for like teenagers. Nothing like, I didn't see any videos of like teenagers, like they were talking about it from when they were like younger, and now they're adults now. And for me personally, I know I couldn't watch those and just be like, they did it, I did it. Like, I had to see somebody's journey and like be with me, because like they made a 20-minute long video of their entire process, and it's because it's already happened to them and they're living a great life now. But for me, I know, and I know for a ton of my like people I've talked to, they're like, I can't, because I know a ton of my friends too, like, as teenagers you feel it, especially being a teenager in high school. Like, as going into high school, I remember the first day of school, I saw all these girls like super small, like short, small, had their makeup done, their hair done, and they looked so pretty. And I remember thinking, you're never gonna be that girl. Like, you're never gonna be that thin girl. Like, you're never gonna be that. And one of my classes, actually, so all my classes are freshmen except for my electives and my math. So my math, I'm in the honors block class, which basically means I'm taking geometry and algebra 2 my freshman year, instead of doing geometry and then algebra 2 my sophomore year. And there's sophomores in that class. And that, I think, having an upperclassman in that class was really like freaking me out, because I sit behind me sit a bunch of like sophomore guys, and I was so self-conscious about myself. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, these are older guys, I look so ugly. Like, not that I'm trying to impress them or anything, not like I want like to be want them to be my boyfriend or anything. It's more like, any guy I'm around, I'm like, why are they talking to me? Like, we could be like good friends, and I'm just like, you shouldn't be talking to me, you should have a prettier friend. And a lot of this also sparked because my sister has started talking to this guy she really likes, and she's so happy, and I've met him a couple times and he's so happy with her. Like, you can see the pure joy on both of their faces. And I just keep thinking, like, I'm not gonna have that. And I can't talk to her about it because I don't want to be like, I'm upset that you're happy. Like how are you supposed to talk to someone about that? I need to just, I'm one of those people who I can't talk to them. Like, I can't face to face. I won't talk to you about it unless I'm like to the point where I'm like in a corner crying and you come up to me. Like, I won't say anything. I'll be crying in my room. Somebody will walk in. They're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm fine. You know, my usual excuse is like I was watching a movie or something, like, and that's why I'm crying. Like, I don't talk to people about it, and that's where it's wrong. You have to. Like, I hope this video helps someone. I hope it inspires them to focus on yourself and be better for yourself. You have to talk to someone about it, whether it is, I know my Thea, who doesn't even live here, she lives in Vegas. I talk to her about this stuff because she doesn't necessarily, like, she doesn't even have to say anything about it. She doesn't have to have an opinion. She just kind of listens, and it's like, okay, you're gonna be okay. Like, it's okay. And that is the one thing, like, I just need someone to be there for me. And she's there for me. And it's a lot easier because I don't face her every day. Like, I'm not talking to her every single day, and I don't have to, like, when I do see her, it's nice because I know she knows all this stuff, but she also doesn't, like, it's not the only thing we talk about. And she doesn't only see me as what I tell her. And if you don't have that, like, that is the one place where I knew I had to start. I had to make sure I had that person. That's where you have to start. I know I haven't done a whole lot. I haven't even planned my workouts. I haven't I haven't done any research. But I knew, starting and making this video, you have to have a person there for you. And I found that person. And not to say I don't have people, like, here who live with me in my life that I can talk to, but it's easier for me personally to talk to someone who I'm not facing in everyday life. It's easier. And I want to, my entire journey, I want to document it. I want to show people because it's hard. I know it's going to be hard. It's not going to be a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Like, this is going to be a long thing, but it's going to be a good thing. And I know I'm going to have struggles. I know it's going to be rough on myself. I know I'm going to break down a few times. And for me personally, I know it'll help me stay on track because I know I'll have, whether it's just one person, I don't even care if it's one person who sees this and it helps them. That one person, if that one person is like, I need to do this too, but I have no idea to start, I don't know how to, there's nobody there. I hope this video, even just whether or not you take it, or, like, you take the advice or whatever, I hope you just, I just hope it helps someone. You know, I hope it helps someone to see that not everything is perfect, and that's okay. Like, you can feel bad about yourself, and it's okay. I know for so long I was like, you're the only person feeling these feelings. Like, you can't talk to anyone because you can't. You just, that's not allowed. And that's wrong. You know, everybody feels these. I know, I may seem like I'm overreacting here, but again, I will make a video talking about my dad's situation because that has played in a lot. Like, I've been to therapy, I've been on antidepressants, and I just couldn't stick with it. My mindset was, you can't be on pills for the rest of your life. Like, you can't have pills to make you happy. Like, that's just like I didn't want that. And I stopped going to therapy because I couldn't talk to someone who I didn't know. Like, I didn't know my therapist well enough to be like, yeah, you know, these are problems I've really had. So I would lie to my therapist and be like, yeah, everything's fine, you know, I'm great. And that was just a waste. Like, looking back on it, there's all these diets and stuff that I've tried and like couldn't hold on to. It's because they're not long term. Like, you can't say that you're gonna just start a diet to lose weight. You have to change your lifestyle, and that's what I'm doing. There's so much that I've been looking at recently, especially in school where they were talking about climate change and like how we're ruining the environment. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna stop using plastic water bottles. I'm gonna stop like doing all these things, like using plastic straws or whatever, because I know personally I want kids and stuff, and this stuff was really affecting me. Like every little thing I do, I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. It's the same thing I weigh with food. I'm like, I shouldn't be eating this, but I'm gonna eat it anyways. Like, it's okay. It's one piece of cake, you know. It's not gonna affect you. And every time I eat something now, it's this little voice in my head saying, you know you can do this. You just are scared to start. You're scared to start and fail. And that's what it was. I'm so scared to start and fail. I also had no way, like, no reason to, like, actually do this. I had no reason, you know, who was gonna care? Obviously, like, my family and stuff, they would be like, oh my god, you lost so much weight and stuff, like, not to say that they don't care and stuff, because I have a very loving family and I'm very grateful for them, but nobody was gonna be like, this helped me. Like, you doing this helped me. And I want to do that for someone. I want to be able to help someone see that, like, they can do it. Like, I believe in you. And I know that probably doesn't mean anything to whoever's watching this, but I do. And I hope this helps somebody. And I hope that you will see this and see that, like, it's hard. Other people go through the struggle. And, you know, I'm there for you. Talk to me, DM me, like, we can start talking, and we can struggle together. That's, you know, even if it's one person, whether it's one person or 1,000 people who see this, you know, we can all struggle together, and that's fine. Because that's just life. Life is a struggle, and I am done letting I'm done letting other people decide how I'm gonna feel about myself. I'm done letting myself feel horrible about myself. Like, I'm doing this not even to, like, yes, lose weight and feel better about myself, but be happier, be able to do more stuff. Like, I go up the stairs and I'm winded. And I'm 15 and I'm winded going up the stairs. Like, that's not okay. I don't do any sports. I sit on the couch all day. I come home from school and I, you know, do homework obviously, and then I sit on the couch and watch Netflix. And I'm on fall break right now, and I sleep I sleep for probably like 6 hours a day, like, and then go to bed at like 3 in the morning. Like, literally, like 2 days ago I went to bed at 6 o'clock and didn't wake up like till late in the day. Like 6 a.m. went to bed, and you know, I have to get my sleep schedule right. I have to start eating right. I have to start working out, because working out isn't the only way that, like, you have to start eating right to change. And I'm ready. I'm ready to stop feeling crap about myself. I'm ready to start doing stuff. I'm ready to be there. Like, a lot of the stuff my siblings do, I just don't do it with them. You know, my brother's out playing basketball with his girlfriend and doing all this stuff with them, and my sister's out hiking and going out with her friends, and I don't go out with my friends because I'm too, like, scared to. I'm like, I don't want to get, I don't know, like, my friends, like, they always hang out with guys and stuff, and I'll be invited, and I'm just like, no, I'm good, because I don't want to be there with guys. Like, I'm literally, like, not to say that I don't have guy friends, but saying, like, I'm so self-conscious that I won't even, like, the guy friends that I do have, I don't say much to them, like, because I'm, like, that's just, what I've gone through. And right now, I weighed myself yesterday. So right now, it's October 9th. And I weighed myself yesterday, and I was 233.2 pounds. That's the heaviest I've ever been, and that's the heaviest I will ever be. That's what I'm telling myself. That is the heaviest I'm ever going to allow myself to be. I remember being like 150 pounds and being like, oh my god, I'm so heavy. Like, that's stupid. Like, I shouldn't be this heavy. And now I'm at 233 pounds, and I'm not going to let myself continue on this road because I know I have goals in life. I want to go to college. I want to become a nurse. I want to have a family. I want to have kids. Like, I want to do all this stuff. I want to be 21 and go out and hang out with my friends. I don't want to be sitting inside because I literally can't get off the couch. Like, that's not what I'm gonna do. I want to be able to experience life, and I'm in high school now, and they're like, go out and experience stuff, like go to the football games, go to whatever events they have going on, and I just won't go because I'm like, everybody's judging you. That's what's in my head. Everybody's judging you, everybody's looking at you, and you shouldn't be allowed to go out. Like, I was like, because I was heavier, I shouldn't be allowed to go out. That's kind of my mindset, and it's not correct. And I'm hoping that, because also making these videos will keep me on track, because I will have, hopefully at least one person will see them, be waiting for me to post another video to see, hey, this is what they went through this week, this is the struggles that they went through, and this is how they overcame it, and hopefully that helps. I know on camera, if I'm on camera, I'm more likely to push myself to go harder, to show others that pushing yourself is, you can push yourself, and that's why I'm doing this, and I hope I can inspire someone. And it was so hard to make this video, and I know it's all over the place, and I know you probably don't sit through all of it, but I hope somebody got to this part, because I know it was just me rambling, because like, that's just what I do. These first couple videos are just gonna be me rambling and not knowing what I'm saying, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know how I'm gonna start. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know what it's gonna be a year from now. I know on my 16th birthday, which is why I started this, I said, I'm gonna start now, and then by the time I'm 16 and I'm driving, I don't want to have a car and be embarrassed just to go to, the grocery store for my mom. I don't want to, I want to be 16 and have that 16 experience of driving, going out with my friends, and doing all this stuff. Because it's just never been me. I've never, not because, I couldn't, because I felt so horrible myself, and I've never vaped, I've never done weed, I've never drank, I've never even, held hands with the guy, because I was, so scared. Not because, I was okay, you have to be a good kid and, not do this illegal stuff, but because I was too, scared of myself. I was okay, well, if you drink, well, then you're gonna become, addicted. If you vape, you're gonna become some little, you're gonna get addicted to drugs and stuff. And I was you already have weight problems and self-esteem issues and all this other stuff. You're gonna add this to it. Which I guess is kind of good, because I've never done any of that stuff. I've never, call me lame, but I've never done anything illegal. And it's, I guess, somewhat helped me. But not saying, I'm gonna lose the weight and then go out and do all this stuff. But I mean, I'm gonna have friends over, because I don't have friends over to my house, because I'm oh my god, they're gonna see my closet, and they're gonna see how my shirts literally fall off hangers, because it's wider than the hanger. My shirts literally won't stay on my hangers because the hangers are too small for my clothes. And that's why I didn't have people over. I hated, I didn't want people to see, even my best friend, who I've known for 3 years-ish. We met in 6th grade, so going on 4 years. I haven't had her over to my house, because I'm kind of worried for her to see, because you know, she's skinnier than me, she's thinner, and I believe she says she's like bigger. I don't want her to come over and be like, haha, let's try on clothes, and then like these clothes be huge on her, because that's just, I know that's gonna happen, and I just don't live, and I don't want to. I want to live life, and I want to enjoy life, because I know life is short, and you never know what's gonna happen, and I don't want to. I was not saying I'm gonna die, but I don't want to have something happen to me, be disappointed with my life. I want to start feeling good about myself. I want to be able to go run a mile and be good. Like, I want to just be healthier in general. And I'm not even trying to like impress anybody. I'm just trying to feel better about myself. Like, that's all this is. And I know people say that you shouldn't lose weight or like change yourself for other people. And I know that's hard, because I've definitely thought about it. I've definitely liked a guy so much that I'm like, okay, well, I have to lose weight because then he'll notice me. And I honestly can't say that I think that's a bad thing. I think that's motivation. Like, the problem is if you get disappointed if that doesn't happen. If like a guy doesn't like you because you lost the weight. I personally, for myself, that's never why I never started during those times, because I knew that was gonna be me. I knew I was gonna, if I did fall through and do this and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it, I knew I was gonna be so disappointed, and I'd be so upset with the work I had, and I knew I'd fall right back into the same habits. I knew I had to be in a clear mindset. And I do have a crush right now, but it's not like, I'm not doing it for him. I'm not doing it to be like, look what you don't have. I'm doing it for myself to be like, look what you can do. Look how amazing you are. You did this. And that's really what I'm trying to accomplish, and I hope it helps somebody else accomplish this. So, rambling again. I know I just get off on tangents. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a weekly vlog. So I'm gonna post it on Sunday, and I'm gonna vlog the entire week. And I'm gonna show you like different things that I do, different like, it's not all gonna be weight loss. It's gonna be like, okay, maybe I go out with my sister one day, or maybe me and my sister, I don't know, do something. Maybe I don't know, maybe I go on a run and I take you guys with me. Maybe I go out driving, like practice driving, and that's what is in the vlog. It's just more to see like how I live life, but I'm also doing this because I haven't seen any of, like, I've been looking, I haven't seen any of these things, and I think for some people it's a lot easier to see it in their everyday lives, and like see how it changes their everyday life, and how like how I do it in like everyday life, because I know that would have helped me. Like, I wouldn't make this video, I wouldn't make any of these videos if I saw that, if there was somebody out there already doing it, but I haven't seen it. And I hope at least it'll help. I hope somebody will see it, and I know that people in my actual life are gonna see it, people who I know, and I'm kind of worried about it. But at the same time, I can't be scared anymore, because if they do see it, then that's it. Like, they see it and they understand what I'm going through, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe we start working out together, or maybe we go on a run once a week, or maybe we can support each other. Like, I don't know what other people are going through, and they don't know what I'm going through, and that's the problem, is we don't know what other people are going through. And I think if we talk about it, it's going to be a lot easier to go through this. And I'm hoping I will be there for somebody else. Yeah, I guess that's basically it. Wow, I've been recording this for 45 minutes. I know this video is all over the place, like, I understand, but I know if I didn't make it right now, like, it's literally 10 o'clock at night. It's 10:09. It's 10:10 basically at night, and I knew because I was sitting on the couch and I just started crying. Like, I started crying because I'm listening to music, and it was, it's, I listened to a lot of country, and it was a lot of country songs that are like more sad songs. And I was just like, I just started crying, and I don't know why. I don't know if other people do that, where you just start kind of crying. Either something, a song, I don't know what it is about these songs that make me cry, but I just do cry to these songs. And then a lot of movies, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna do this because tomorrow's an excuse. Saying I'm gonna start it tomorrow. Like, I don't care if I stay up all night trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. Like, I'll stay up as long as I need to do this and figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna do this. Whether it takes me all 4 years of high school to lose, I don't know, let's say 100 pounds. I don't care if it takes me 6 months to lose it. Like, that's just what I'm gonna do, and I'm not even gonna stop. Like, even when I lose the weight, I'm gonna stay healthy. I'm not gonna gain it all back and have to go through this all again. I think you just have to take the plunge, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna stop because this is going on for way too long, and I'm just gonna post it, and I'm gonna see, and I hope it helps. Yeah, I hope you seeing me go through this helps. Hope I hope you start to feel better in yourself, and you work to make yourself better, because nobody else is gonna do it for you. You have to do it yourself, and that's something I've learned. Coming this far, and even like, it takes so much just to start, and the fact that I've started, you're watching this video, and hopefully you start. It's a lot, and you should be really proud of yourself for starting, because I know I'm proud of myself for realizing why I'm doing this, like figuring out your why, figuring out how, and like figuring out that, like, it's okay to admit that something's wrong. What's not okay is knowing that it's wrong and not fixing it. And that was me for a long time. I knew something was wrong, and I knew I was not taking care of myself, but I didn't fix it. I didn't care. I kept staying with the way I was staying and treating myself the way I was treating myself. And I'm fixing it. I'm starting, and that's hard. And I'm glad that whoever's watching this is hopefully gonna start. I think that's all I can say is I hope this helped. And I know I'm rambling, and I know I've said the same thing 50 million times. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go upload this now, because I know if I don't, I'm gonna delete this, and I'm never gonna do it again. And I'm not gonna start, and I know I'm gonna stay the same way for probably the next 25 years. So yeah, I guess that's it. I hope this helps. Please stay watching my channel and see, and hopefully it helps you too. Okay, I guess that's it. Bye.